educate the public as a whole, and just try to make it work.
At Centerville, I'm LaDawn Davis. This is ZNS.
From the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Global tensions are rising amid the Israel-Iran conflict, and the ripple effects could soon reach Bahamian wallets. Tonight, a key financial voice weighs in on what it could mean and what may lie ahead. Plus, the nation's top resorts riding a powerful wave of success. We take you inside the surge and what's driving it. And in sports, a fierce battle on the waters of Exuma as the National Family Island Regatta goes right down to the wire. The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. So glad you can join us. Good evening, I'm Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. Rising global tensions amid the Israel-Iran conflict now putting upward pressure on prices in the Bahamas, but officials insist the economy is built to withstand the pressure. Governor of the Central Bank of the Bahamas, John Roll, says as an import-dependent economy, the Bahamas will feel the impact through higher costs for goods and services, but he says the central bank's role is to keep the system stable, maintaining strong reserves so the country can absorb the shocks rather than be overwhelmed by them.
We have adequate supply of foreign reserves to accommodate the increased payments that we may need to make insofar as energy costs are concerned or higher costs for other imports. And from that point of view, we're also comforted that our financial system is in a healthy and sound position, because in times like these, one of the areas as well where you may tend to have increased pressures is that for the banking sector, they may have to be a little bit more attentive in managing their lending risk. But our banks are going into this crisis in a very healthy position insofar as their levels of credit risk are concerned.
Now, speaking of the sidelines of a financial literacy seminar, Governor John Roll says resilience does not mean immunity. He adds the Bahamas is still expected to grow, but at a slower pace. He warns the tourism sector will also feel the impact.
Because we're talking about energy, those costs will impact transportation. And if you're in the business in the Bahamas, at some level, from an operations point of view, businesses, whether they're hotels or others, could also experience some pass-through. So we do anticipate that the industry could experience some increased pressures. However, the point to make, too, is that insofar as our tourism sector is concerned, one of the most important factors still is how the United States economy is performing. And at this point, the U.S. economy is still on a positive trajectory.
Well, the local tourism industry off to a powerful start for 2026. At this week's board and membership meeting of the Bahamas Hotel and Tourism Association, the country's two largest resorts reported standout first quarter performances driven by high occupancy, strong rates, and growing international demand. At Bahamar, executives say the numbers are not just strong, they're record-breaking. Bahamar President Graham Davis points to a surge in revenue per available room and near capacity bookings in March.
We've hit record numbers to report, particularly in RevPAR. We're a 14% increase in RevPAR year over year, and hitting March, one of our highest occupancies in history of our property opening, 94%. Average rates are really what's doing quite well, and we're seeing that across the board. I think there's a lot of extra factors that are supporting this. Of course, the increased airlift from Canada is very supportive. Thank you to our DG and Tourism Department, as well as the IBB on getting that extra airlift in. Helpful what's going on in Mexico, what's going on in Jamaica, what's happening in the Middle East. We've got some perfect storms around the world that are certainly supporting the Bahamas.
Now, over at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, the story is much the same. Vice President and General Manager of Atlantis, Jackson Weish.
Expecting Q1, we evidence a very strong performance in both terms of occupancies on ADR. All of our towers exceeded its budgeted economic performance for the noted period, and we surpassed 2025 results for the same time frame. Like yourself, and I think some of the other properties, it was heavily influenced by a strong group performance that exceeded budget, as well as, in our instance, an equally strong casino operation. Food and beverage, as well as our retail outlets, did exceptionally well.
What was meant to be a temporary location for a group of local vendors has stretched on far longer than expected, and they say it's now hitting their bottom line. With sales slipping and conditions worsening, they're now calling on authorities to fast-track their return to Fort Fincastle. Cleopatra Murphy has the details tonight.
We're making probably 15 to 20% of the sales that we were making on the Fort Fincastle.
It's a spiraling situation for vendors. They highlight poor sales, rodents destroying their merchandise, moldy tents, and bathroom facilities tourists refuse to use as recurring challenges. The 41 vendors who relocated from Fort Fincastle to Fort Charlotte to accommodate repairs at the water tower say they are struggling. What was supposed to be a 4-month relocation is stretched to more than a year. Vendors like Ricardo Babb say their pockets are hurting.
There was a time when I could have 3 to 4 of my grandkids come out every Saturday and Sunday or every holiday, and I could bless each one of them with $50, $60. Now, if one of them come out on the weekend, it's hard for me to find $30 to give to them.
Lisa Forbes says the site gets a few customers 1 or 2 days a week, and it's a fight between vendors for the business. Forbes shares that her personal electricity has been off for months due to poor sales, but when customers do come, they don't like what they see.
That is not a bathroom. That is a natural outside toilet. When the tourists go in there, they see the actual stool in there, and they turn up their mouth.
Forbes also questions why bathrooms that were fixed on site are not yet opened. An equally frustrated Margaret Jones says aside from earning a mere fraction of what they did at Fort Fincastle, there are also health concerns.
The molds, like everybody's been complaining, well, I've already had a lot of it. Till even sometime my voices are gone, and it's just so much, and now the hurricane season is about to approach. What are they going to do with tents? What we should do? Pack up, go home.
ZNS News reached out to Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, who says he met with vendors several weeks back. The minister says he just learned about the bathroom situation from ZNS News, something he would have to look into further. But he explained that officials have been waiting to complete the installation of a new transformer in the Fort Fincastle market that was placed a week ago.
We are waiting on BPL to tie the transformer into the other stalls there so they could be provided with the electricity. And once that is done, they would be able to move into the stall. So we would hope and short order that would be completed. But I understand that frustration. And, you know, once we do that, we'll turn it over to Antiquities and Monuments, who actually has carriage of the site. Ministry of Works is just the ones carrying out the contract work for them.
That said, vendors insist they don't want to be hand-fed and are willing to work and are adamant that making a living would be much easier if returned to Fort Fincastle. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Definitely going to keep our tabs on that situation and provide you with an update. Switching gears, a robbery attempt against an off-duty police officer ended in gunfire Friday night. Suspect now hospitalized. Police say The ordeal happened just after 8 p.m. outside a business on Carmichael Road, where the officer was sitting inside his vehicle when he was approached by a masked male dressed in dark clothing who brandished a firearm and attempted a robbery. Investigators say the officer responded by retrieving his own weapon and opening fire. The suspect reportedly returned fire during the ordeal. Police say the man was struck multiple times to the legs, arm, and back, while the officer was not injured. He was transported to hospital by emergency medical services personnel and remains in guarded condition. The officer's black Nissan Marango was also hit by gunfire, with damage reported to the driver's side window. Well, a Jamaican man is in police custody after attempting to enter the country using a fraudulent United Kingdom passport at Lyndon Pendling International Airport on Friday. Police say shortly after 7 p.m., the suspect arrived from Jamaica and presented the passport to immigration officials. However, a closer inspection determined the document was fake. Investigators further revealed the man is currently out on bail in Jamaica in connection with a murder case. Investigations continue. Coming up, a major cleanup effort underway to protect our marine environment. That and more after the break.
For life's everyday to-dos, digital payments help keep things moving. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank, giving you secure, real-time access to your funds wherever you shop. Instead of worrying about carrying enough cash, your debit or credit card connects you directly to your bank. It's so easy that even a child can do it. The future of pay is digital.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Well, welcome back. A hands-on push for the planet this weekend at Saunders Beach. The Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation leading a World Earth Day snorkel and beach cleanup. Students, volunteers, and environmental advocates joining forces to protect marine life and promote sustainability. Organizers say it's about turning awareness into action. Brief Education and Outreach Officer Jasmine Colley.
In the Bahamas, especially being a very coastal nation, our environment really sustains our way of life. And we want people to connect with our oceans, with our earth, with our environment, and participate in meaningful ways, such as cleaning up the beach, and then also participating in citizen science. And it's also fun to meet together and be outside on such a perfect day, doing such amazing things, such as snorkeling, cleaning up the beach, and we also have a lot of activities on the beach.
Now, the event also placing a strong focus on youth engagement, giving young people an opportunity to take an active role in protecting their environment.
So much of our tourism is based in the water and stuff like this. I feel like it's important for young people to get interested and involved in the environment, because this is your home, this is where you live, you want to take care of these places. People come to see it and you want to be proud of the place that you live in.
I've always loved the Bahamas since I was younger, and it's kind of hurtful to see the trash among the place, and I want to serve it for other generations so they could be able to see it and enjoy it as much as I have.
The Wood Insurance Corporation hosting an appreciation breakfast for its legacy employees, part of activities marking its 50th anniversary in July. General Manager Robert Deal noted that the employees were recognized for their hard work and dedication to bringing top quality service to customers countrywide.
The purpose of today's event is to really give thanks and to tell our employees who have retired, and even our long service employees who are still with us, how much we appreciate them. We appreciate all they've done, and we're grateful as a country and of course as a corporation for the service they've given both here in New Providence and in the family islands. The reality is many times it's been very challenging. Our employees have sacrificed much in terms of family time, resources, etc. to get the job done.
Well, the celebration comes as the corporation continues infrastructural works here in New Providence and the Family Islands.
In Exuma right now, we're wrapping up work in Little Exuma. We hope to see that water system commissioned in short order. In Cat Island, we have recently commissioned the desalination plant in South Cat Island that is providing the first 200 customers with high-quality desalinated water supply. In North Cat Island, that desalination plant is nearing completion, and once that is completed, that will start to supply North Cat Island. We have works going on in Long Island. We have critical works going on in Auckland, particularly in North Auckland, where we have a desalination plant that is also nearing completion.
With just 70 days left before thousands head to the polls, the campaign trail is heating up across the country. Candidates from all major parties are on the ground, knocking on doors, meeting voters, and making their final push for support. But they're not alone. Independent candidates also stepping up their efforts. Lloyd Allen introduces us to a contender hoping to make a difference this election season.
Across the many constituencies, candidates are in full campaign mode. Now, while much of the attention is on those major parties, there's also the independents like Andrew Blue Johnson, who's vying for the Freetown constituency. He says while the focus is on the big boys, don't forget about the independents.
The timing, I believe, is very right for someone like me or an independent to come out and just shake things up.
Johnson boasts of spending his formative years in the Camp Road community, a space he hopes to preserve through representation.
Immigration is a serious issue, I find, in this constituency. Crime is very big for me. Freetown has slowed down in crime a bit. There are a lot of derelict vehicles and a lot of properties that were overgrown. And when those properties become overgrown, I find it where a lot of residents or non-residents, I don't know, or people would just throw refrigerators, old heaters and all other stuff and debris and a bunch of garbage.
Now, while acknowledging many of the challenges will take more than an overnight fix, Johnson says the work toward restoration has already begun.
There are a lot of homes that I've made repairs to, not just give building materials, but no, have my carpenters go out to these homes, first assess it, see what the needs are, and within reason, if I could assist, I assist. I am not going to be naive to believe that as an independent, I could change it.
While he remains optimistic about May 12th, Blue also has his eyes set on a more substantial role in politics.
I plan one day to lead this country as Prime Minister very soon. And in order for me to do that, I would have to be the leader of one of those parties. I have the plans, I have the mindset, I have the integrity, the principle intact, and I could galvanize this country like you've never seen.
As the election cycle has produced a number of new faces, Blue also responding to online comments about his looks, which some females have described as dreamy.
And I appreciate the ladies and not just the 20-year-olds. Oh, I have my 80-year-old seniors. Oh, they love them up some blue. And I love them too. So I'm here for everybody. Focus on my political campaign is just be yourself, do the work, listen to the people.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, stay with us. Sports is up next.
Oh, isn't that nice? Wait, you missed it? You haven't been on the website. Here's how TDC can help you. Whether you're turning your home into a vacation rental, pitching a business idea, or growing what you've already started, the TDC is here to help. Visit tdcbahamas.com for every conversation, event, grant, and opportunity happening near you. Tourism is all of our business, and the TDC is here to support yours.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher here in Georgetown, Exuma, Elizabeth Harbor to be exact, where the 70th National Family Regatta wrapped up earlier today. The award ceremony set for later on this evening right here at the Regatta Park at about 8 o'clock, so make sure to stay tuned for highlights of that coming up in Sunday. But this where we are standing at, one of the best places to watch the regatta. Some avid sailing fans out here, and Luke Bethel is one of them.
Origin of regattas here, it didn't actually start coming here. This is really private property. And it seemed to be a key location to be where you can really observe the entire race or the start of the race. That's key, you know what I mean? So we assembled, and particularly if you notice the section, it's heavily populated with Exumians, and a few of the Long Islanders would come in. The volume of boats and participants, and its capacity to house people yachts in the harbors and accommodation-wise and flights. We have challenges here and there, and some personalities or some personnel. They're all good. That's a part of sports, but these islands, they all get contributions. And not only those two, Abaco is very competitive, and it's also on the Keys and Anderson, those who started this thing, man. They're all the way down to make Arkansas, Crooked, and Miguana. They had veteran sailors who was passed on, who set the tone now for us to keep this thing moving on.
Well, sailing on the water is not the only thing happening. Last night you could see the big open concert. Thousands and thousands of persons flocking to the island just for this regatta, the biggest one across the board. Well, coming up later on this evening, another big performer will hit the stage. You know him as Johnny Cake.
They can expect for me to put out a very exciting, a very energetic, a very first-time performance, because it's my first time at this regatta, first time doing National Regatta, and I'm also performing a brand new song tonight called Nassau while I'm in Exuma, because I know a lot of people come from Nassau to get on by there, so you actually get the exclusive right now. Nobody knows this. Nobody's ever heard this. I am excited. I come in the queue on dead bad, shaking myself, and freak myself out, and make sure these people in Exuma remember Johnny Cake. Which one you want? She asked me if I will pay a light and water bill. I say, All right, then.
And that's going to put a wrap on Sports Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher here in Elizabeth Harbor, sitting on the dock of the bay. Back to you guys in the studio.
Hi, I'm Brent Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas. When it comes to hardware or home improvement items, we guarantee the lowest prices. That's our price match guarantee. If you find anything we sell for a lower price anywhere in the Bahamas, let us know about it. We will beat that price. We want your business. Shop at CBS Bahamas or cbsbahamas.com.
Can I get 3 flavors in one pizza?
In here, at Little Caesars.
Ahoy! Then I'll take it for a great price. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza. 3 flavors, 1 happy you for just $11 VAT inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza. It's not madness, it's Little Caesars.
Pizza. Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Some home items don't get enough attention until the wrong one fails. Let's talk about ladders, tubs, and toilets. A good toilet isn't just about looks, it needs a strong build, smooth flush, and easy clean. These are built for daily use, and they're strong, modern, and reliable. Next, ladders. Whether you're fixing, painting, or working, your safety matters. It has a strong frame, a solid step, and proper grip. Whether you're fixing, painting, or working, your safety matters. A tub should feel solid, comfortable, and easy to clean, not thin and flimsy. These tubs are made to last and make your bathroom feel better the moment you step in. If you want strong toilets, ladders, and quality tubs, visit We Buy You Sell on Robinson Road. Send a WhatsApp to 636-8412 or shop online at wbusbahamas.com.
Are you better off today? Brave Davis and his cronies are. Extravagant taxpayer-funded trips, a luxury car for Philip, and hundreds of millions in no-bid contracts for their allies. But for us, gas and groceries through the roof, VAT on bread basket items, healthcare broken and unaffordable, and illegal immigrants flooding our communities. While Brave Davis and his cronies keep getting ahead, we pay the price. Under the F&M, that changes, because their job is to work for you.
Time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Bezel Georges. Good evening, Bezel.
Good evening, Desmond. We have a bit of clouds out there, with temperature at 80 degrees, relative humidity 66%. Winds out of the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1,011.5 millibars. That is 29.87 inches. And your temperatures around the islands, Marshall, Babico 79, Green Tool Key 81 degrees. 81 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands as well. Alistan, Bimini 77 degrees. 79 in Harbor Island. Rock, Sani, Lutra 80 degrees. 81 in Alistan, Cat Island. Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space on Andros, 82. Fresh Creek and Central Andros at 80 degrees. Picking up some 81s in Artistan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and also in Rum Key, Georgetown, Exuma, 1 degree up, 82 degrees. 81s in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, and Ackland, 79. Machitan and Nagua, 84. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 81 degrees. And your boating forecast for all areas of the Bahamas tonight, right through Sunday. We're going to have some beautiful boating conditions, light and available winds with flat seas, low tide taking place at 10:15 tonight with another low tide at 10:55 tomorrow morning. And satellite pictures showing that low-level trough, which brought some cloudiness and some showers over the past day and a half, is now moving off towards the east and over the Atlantic, and that will lead to some clearing skies over the islands tonight, right over the next several days. And our forecast tonight, we are going in for clear skies. A cool 69 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, it's going to be mostly sunny and beautiful with a high temperature reaching 83 degrees. The extended weather forecast, lovely weather right through the stretch, right into next weekend. Daytime temperatures a bit on the warm side. We got that warming trend beginning late into the week. Start getting some very high 80s on Friday and Saturday. 88 degrees there about. Those nighttime temperatures, though, they will remain very comfortable until we get into Thursday, where we'll see some warming trend taking place. Desmond?
Looking pretty good. Well, just a short boat ride from Georgetown, and you arrive at one of Exuma's newest attractions. Anchored just offshore, the venue is adding a fresh pulse to the island's social scene. Here's Charles Fisher.
A short 10-minute boat ride from mainland Georgetown, and you will come up on the newest business venture, Twin Connection Floating Bar, owned by twin brothers Larry and Barry Davis.
Well, this is a floating bar trying to bring a little action to Exuma, bring more tours to the island, and also have more things for the locals to do, because there's much to do in Exuma, so they're trying to liven up the area, liven up the island, make it an enjoyable place so people keep coming back. So one day, just sitting on my deck, I like to see what Exuma lacking and what Exuma needs. And this came to my mind, I said, Exuma need more action with the floating bar. 2 days after, I just started doing the works. That's it.
It took about 2 months to construct.
I trying to promote new weddings. This would be a wedding venue, birthday parties, bachelor party, any kind of party. If you watch football, any kind of sports. On a Sunday, any given day, watch sports, do karaoke, listen to music. have a good vibe and a beautiful sunset.
I see you have burgers, food, and drinks. Tell us about that, and cigars.
Yeah, we have the best burger, top of the line burger. We have burgers, we have hot dogs, chicken salad, chicken burger.
How's it been since you launched?
Well, people happy about it, man. People been waiting on it for months. They tell me it's the best thing ever happened for Exuma. So I feel proud about myself.
He is hoping that it ventures into a good one.
Well, it's different. It's different, and I put my all in it. And hopefully it'll be successful in the future, and it'll bring more tourists to the island.
Now, hours of operation between the hours of 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. each day. So if you're coming to Georgetown Exuma, make sure to check out the Twin Connection Floating Bar. For the ZNS News Network, I'm Charles Fisher.
Well, sounds good. A good boost for that island's economy. That does it for the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Are hungry, you have to feed them to make sure they stay healthy. You have to feed them every day.